Ooh, dozy. Dozy dog.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the latest video. In this one I'm going to be working on this solid oak hexagonal side table, and this is actually for one of my subscribers. She's had 3 pieces from me so far. She's bought 3 of the pieces that I've done that she's seen on video, and when I dropped the last one off, which was the bow fronted drawers that I did as the video for the Literally Trash Challenge. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link in the description. She asked me if I would fully refinish this and another small table. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm doing the hexagonal table in this video, and I will do a future video showing the other small table, but I'll give you a little sneak peek of what that is in a second.
Hello? Hello? Have you just woke up? Hey? Ooh, dozy. Dozy dog. Come on then, let's go. Let's go. Obviously there's no hardware on this, so that doesn't need taking off. I've had a look round it and it all seems quite solid, well, really solid actually. The only thing I can see is that glue block on the bottom that needs replacing. So the finish on the top is definitely gone and looks easy to scrape off. So I'm going to be scraping that. I'll try on the sides to see how easy that is to scrape off. Failing that, and inside I might use stripper, but I'll start off with the scraper, see how we get on. These are going to be a bit more challenging, these rebates, because obviously that won't go in. So I've got another scraper, I'll have a go with that. Failing that, I might just need to do these runs with a bit of sandpaper or maybe even a bit of stripper. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this isn't going to take me that long. I think this is going to be quite a straightforward refinish. But as you well know, if you watch my videos, that doesn't always happen. So I might have spoken too soon, but we will see. After scraping this bit, I really quite like, I mean obviously I'll take this finish off in here. I quite like the fact that this darker finish over that finish gives it sort of pops the detail a bit instead of just blending it away. So the customers left this up to me as to how I refinish it, so that's given me a bit of an idea. I might go with it, I might not. I'll decide as I go on. This piece might be straightforward, but as you can see, you know, edges there, and on the inside, underneath, 3 shelves. On the top of each of those needs scraping. On the inside, one surface there and another one behind there. So albeit it's simple and it's a small piece of furniture, it just takes time. So just sort of tune in, enjoy what you do, and we'll soon get it done. The finish on this part is quite a bit thicker than the rest of it, and I'm guessing that it's just because it's had no sunlight or limited sunlight on it. It's had probably less use than the top of the piece. So as you can see there, it is coming off with the scraper, but it's taking much longer. Just carry on and hopefully we'll get through it. I'm trying to get this done now. I want to put my table here, but look who's here. Dizzy? You're a bit in the way there, aren't you? Hey? A little bit in the way. Come on, out the way. No, don't. Come out the way. Come over here. Go on. He's hulking now. I'll wait till she's finished. This part is a little bit trickier because that's obviously too wide and I don't really want to scrape it that way. I can use this, I've got this to go on another scraper, but again it's not, it does work, but I just don't want to dig in to the wood. Obviously that's too wide again, so I think, pretty sure this is shellac, so I'm going to try and get rid of it with some methylated spirit or denatured alcohol. Just put that on and this should soften the shellac. This is 4-0 steel wool. There we go. That's working, but obviously there's still a bit on the edges because that's thicker. So I'll just go over it again a couple of times and job's done. Got all the finish off it now. There's not really any finish on the bottom, it's just stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand. I'm going to start sanding now. Like I say, it's solid wood, so it can get away with a bit more sanding than anything that's got a veneer on it. So I'm going to sand it now. See what it looks like after that. That's it. I've been sanding this, and it's just because it's a deep grained wood oak. There's a bit of a dint in it here. Now I don't want to take off too much material, and it's quite deep, and it looks like it's been filled previously. So I'm just going to put a bit of filler in that. I'll just rake out this old filler and put a bit of filler in it. Easy. Right, all sanded that now. So just need to cut another glue block, put it in there, and then we can get on to the next bit. I have decided that I'm going to stain these rebated areas a contrasting colour just to bring out the detail. So the best way I've found to do this is mask it off, but make sure you do the more difficult area to sand first, because if I get that colour onto this bare wood, I can just sand that flat to give me a crisp edge. Even though I'm going to be using tape, sometimes you do get a little bit of bleed through, so I can clean it up with a bit of sandpaper. If I was to do that first and then try and cut that in with a different colour, it's really difficult to sort of sand inside that and get a really crisp line. That's the way I do it anyway. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it, but that's the way I find best works for me. So I'll just tape this up now. Here she comes. Hello. Come here then. Hiya. Hello. Hello. My wife's gone out to the shop, and she'll probably be gone about 10 minutes, and Daisy will not settle. Got OCD, this little dog. She has to have all the pack together all the time. There she goes. She's off. Gonna see if she's back. Using a rosewood stain for the detailed area. I know a lot of you like this rosewood. Just going to apply it with an old piece of cotton cloth, an old t-shirt cut up. The thing is with oak as well, it's got quite an open grain, so I don't want to be putting too much on because I don't want bleed through. But I also need to put enough on to get into the deeper grain. So it's a bit of a balance. I'll see whether I've gone over the edges once I take this tape off. Like I say, I can always clean up the edges by sanding. I've no doubt it will have gone through, so I'll show you that in a second. Right, let's have a look. Moment of truth. Yeah, it's bled through. Ah well, it was worth a try. See how it's bled through? Because this is a penetrating stain, the wood just soaks it up. So at least I've minimised the amount of touch up I need to do. There's no point in hoping that the rest of it hasn't done the same, because it will have done. So yeah, you can see there. So before I start sanding it, I'm going to let this dry a little bit, because it's still a bit wet. So I don't want to get all the sanding dust stuck in the grain. Oh well, never mind. Easily fixed. Flat sander, 240 grit paper. Just go along as flat as I can, just to try and get rid of that stain. Just neaten it up. There you go. Nice neat edge. I'm going to use this teak on the rest of the piece. It's not too dark. That's the more subtle contrast that I was looking for. And it'll look different again once the top coat goes on. I'd just like to say a big thank you for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It'll mean that you don't miss out on future videos like this coming up very, very shortly.
I'm trying to get as many videos out as I can. Unfortunately, these restorations are quite time consuming, so I can only do so many each month. But I will continue to push these videos out to you. Hopefully you'll continue to enjoy them. And if you would like to support the channel, I'll leave all the links in the description. So once again, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Right, the stain's all dry now, so I'm going to use this for the top coat this time. Some Gilboy's hard wax oil, and this gives a nice satin finish, nice hard wearing, durable finish. So what I'll do, I'll start the underside first, and then I can let that dry while I'm doing the rest. Usually between coats of the top finish I use a brown paper bag, but generally that's when I'm using lacquer. This is hard wax oil, and on the Gilboy's tin it does say to get a smooth finish between coats rub it down with 320 grit sandpaper. I don't have any of that. I've got 400, which is it's not far off, so that's fine as long as I'm not going to a coarser grit. So I'll rub this down with a bit of sandpaper and give it another coat. Okay. Just a case of removing the dust with a tack cloth and giving it a final coat. So that's pretty much it for this video. I really do appreciate you watching this far. As I said before, if you like it, please hit the thumbs up and please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you like the end reveal, and I will see you on the next one.